Sorry, man. Gotta love technology. But Marlon Cozy says, Yo, Unc, is there any advice or life lessons you now can pass down to young Lonzo coming up in the club music label owner game?
Yeah, Doc. There was a section of time I could have cut out and went right to probably real estate. If I had better understanding of money in real estate, I'd have bought a lot more. I had but right before I bought this house where I'm at right now, around the corner where I live at, the guy I've been cutting this lawn since I was a little boy, and it was an older dude. He was about to liquidate his. He had an apartment building on Broadway, had a house around the corner, and both of them he wanted $200,000 for it. Both of them. It was a 16-unit apartment building on Broadway and a house. Both of them he wanted $200,000. Now I was balling. I'm sitting on about 100 cash, but I didn't understand. I had no credit, and I didn't understand finance. And my dad, be honest, I don't think he did either, because he told me, man, if you need 200, you're gonna be broke. Where you going to get the other 100 from? And I'm like, yeah, I passed on that opportunity, because that opportunity right there. And one of my tax guys had another guy that had an apartment in Compton, a fourplex in Compton. The guy was losing it. He needed $4,000. He was going to sign it off, and I passed on it. Those two situations I know would have changed my life forever. Okay, those two situations would have changed my life forever. But I didn't have I had the money, but not the financial wherewithal to take advantage of the opportunity. And I would have told young Lonzo, slow your ass down and go drop some money on these houses. Okay, slow your ass down and go buy this property. That's the difference I would have told Lonzo, and leave some of these girls alone. I only had one kid for the most part until I was 40 years old. Now I got 5. I had one kid till I was 40 years old. I had one kid till I was 40, 43, and then kids came out of everywhere. I found 2. Now I got 3. And I made 2 more. Now I got 5. Yeah. Yeah, that's a true story. And one of them,
sperm, man.
Now
let me hope I get this quote.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Let me hope I get this quote right. But you mentioned, I can't remember if we were interviewing someone or if we were talking, you and I, but I wrote it, I typed it in because I wanted to ask you about this. But you mentioned you were afraid to release one of your songs because you, quote, thought you were going to go to the penitentiary. Do I have that correct? Okay. What story was that? Remind us what story that was.
That was the EAD rap. We was going to be the West Coast Sugar Hill gang. Okay. When Sugar Hill dropped Rappers Delight, my partner, who I just spoke to week before last, Lewis Harper, worked for a record label. He wouldn't got me an instrumental version of Rock Skate Roll Bounce Made. We went to a 16-track studio in Hermosa Beach, Backyard Boogie Studio, and we all, me, Unknown, Dr. Rock, and I think Ron and Billy T, went in the studio and did a Rappers Delight version using Rock Skate Roll Bounce. Okay, jumped right on it. Okay, it was a hot track. We only had cassettes made of it, but it was hot. The shit was hot as fuck. But I did not understand the record business at all. I knew nothing about the record business. And if you look at every record, if you find a record, look at the bottom of them. Copyright, use of this copyright, something to that effect, is a federal offense. When I thought of feds, I thought of Guantanamo Bay. Okay. And the same thing when I started making the bootlegs. I knew I was doing something illegal. I didn't know how it was such good money, like so many guys selling dope. The money was so good, I took the chance, but I never liked looking over my shoulder. That is never something I've ever felt comfortable doing. And those 2 experiences made me do that. And again, the EAD rap, I didn't know nothing about making records. I didn't know how to press them. I didn't know nothing about the records. So I still had the tape right to this day. I still got it. Never released it though. I still got it. Nobody that you know other than me is on that tape. That's why the value may be minimum, but I still got it. People forget that Dre and them was like
Yep, keep going.
People forget that Dre and them was like my second crew. They was not the first crew. They were like my third crew. Damn near. When I first opened the Eve After Dark, it was me, Unknown, a guy named Sweet Ron, Billy T, and a cat named Elston Butler, Elegant Elston. Okay, we were the five guys. Elston left first. Then Dr. Rock came in, and that was the crew for about the first year of Eve After Dark. Okay, then Ron and Billy T left, and then Yella came in, and then Clientele and Dre came in. So yeah, I'm about 3 crews in before you get to Yella and Dre now. Most people don't know that.
Because wants to know, in the Straight Outta Compton movie, did they ask to use any of your equipment for authenticity for the studio scene?
No, that was on my studio. They just made up some shit for the studio, but they did give me a few dollars to use. I think I had 2 songs in that movie. I know I had an album cover for House Calls, which was Dre's record, which I'm trying to figure out. We got a record of Dre's in the movie, and Dre ain't made a record yet. And then I think we had something else that was. I know they gave me like $1,000 just to have it in the background. But yeah, no, they didn't call me for any equipment wise. Any equipment, they didn't call me. Period. They didn't even call me for consulting or nothing. The whole studio situation, I have no idea where that was at. It just was it was depicted to be like my house.
Okay. All right. So I asked Lenny Williams this question. I'm gonna ask you, Lonzo. Tell us your craziest groupie story. You may have told it in the past, but let's talk it again since we're on the subject.
We in Texas. What's it crazy? That's crazy. We in Texas. The bus broke down in Texas. Dre and them went with me this time. Dre and them, it was mad at me. I took a couple other cats with me this time. And we go to a club. Ain't nobody seen no female attention in about 10 days. Everybody eyes bucked out. Niggas got blue balls. Okay. They got a bad case of blue balls, right? So we go to the local club. We in Texas. And one thing about this club, I can say they have some beautiful women there, some beautiful white women. I'm not used to Texas. Texas women and Louisiana white women are different than California white women. Trust me. And dude, we were so crazy that we tried to pick up some hookers, right? And they wouldn't. It was like 5 cats in the cab. They was not getting that cab with us whatsoever. No way in the world. So we go back to the hotel, but a couple of girls, one of my boys, he met a couple of young ladies. So one went to his room, one came to my room. And I ain't never been no kind of push-up, force my no. So we sit in my room. She said she came to wait for her girlfriend because the girlfriend was next door in my partner's room getting busy, and she was waiting for her in my room. I said, well, cool, I'm watching TV. So I wasn't even tripping. It's a true story. I wasn't even tripping. Okay, she looked all right, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning, she's fine as shit, okay? At 9 o'clock, she's all right. By 1, I'm fine, okay? But anyway, I'm sitting there, and our rooms are adjacent. And I get a knock at my door. Let me in. So I open the door. Her partner, who she was waiting for, is standing in the doorway. All she's wearing is a face towel. I didn't say a towel, a face towel. She's trying to cover her parts up with these face towels, okay? I'm like, what happened? And she gave me this story, and he want to give me my clothes because of so-and-so and so-and-so. I said, I'll talk to him. So I tell her to go in the room. Well, I go holler at my boy, man, you can't do no shit like that. So meanwhile, he's tripping. He's laughing and joking and shit. He fucking with her. So now I go back in the room, and the girl who was like, I'm looking at this this fine motherfucker with holding these towels up. She lays across the bed and throws the cover over her. Meanwhile, her partner goes in the bathroom, came out. All she was wearing was a t-shirt. I'm like, oh shit, she changed her mind. So the grandmaster started grandmastering. Meanwhile, her partner is watching me, grandmaster, her partner, and I'm trying to impress her because I'm thinking, okay, this might be some double up here, right? Man, homegirl said, save me some. It was over with. The fine partner said, save me some. And I was done. I was done. Then here come the boyfriends. Just like in Straight Outta Compton, the boyfriends came looking for him. No bullshit. They came to my boy's room first, knocked on his door. We pushed them. They was in my room. They knocked on his door. I heard them. They knocked on my door. We put him in his room. And then they left the floor. Y'all got to get out of here. That's no bullshit. I got done in.
Oh, man. Good stuff. Perfect timing, man. Any last words that want to hit them with that outro?
Oh, man, we know we got to do it. We got to get up out of here, folks. In the meantime, all right, folks, for those who never heard of me, I'm the first one to put Dr. Dre in the surgery. Stuck Ice Cube in the freezer till he got cold. On the eve after dark, 50-yard line to Super Bowl. In the movie Straight Outta Compton, they played me like a hater of rap. Don't believe that Hollywood bull, because it was all cap. My history goes deeper than you will ever know. Just remember that N.W.A. stands for not without Lonzo. Peace, y'all.